We're in reconsideration of Blackwater vote on County Form 534. What did I do with it? I have, and I know that you asked, and I know I'm going to get shit for it. I have Form 534s, and we have not created a resolution yet to this. We are initiating a reconsideration at this meeting. This entire thing includes P06, 069, R06, 019, APO 06, 004, and ER 06, 20-001. I haven't discussed this with any of the board members, so this is all a beginning for us of getting input from the community on fulfilling this form. I have forms for, I don't know if I have enough. If I do not have enough, there's going to be more at the library for anyone to look at. But we never had the ability to really look at this form and fill it out completely, and that's what we're going to start doing now.
I have a point of order that since we have two representatives of Senate officers, the offices here, I think that we should hear what the senators' positions are on this.
What?
Why?
Yeah. I'm asking you.
Because I believe that we need to know how Senator Hollingsworth's office and Senator
He's not
Kennedy's
even
office
our, he doesn't even represent us.
I'm sorry, I was talking to Jan. I think that we should hear from them.
At our next meeting.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, invite him to the next meeting.
Sure. I agree.
Robin?
I was just going to say he's not a representative. This is something that the Trail is concerned with.
What about Ray? Excuse me, Ray Lutz used the same thing.
He is
Why
not
Ray?
done speaking,
I don't
please.
care about Ray Lutz.
The board does.
I care about the Trail, and I'm a resident here. Senator Hollingsworth is not our representative, and I don't really care what he has to say about
How about
Blackwater.
Senator Cheney?
Don't care what she says either.
It's our community.
I would still think that it would be good for us to hear.
Gordon's next.
According to your standing rules, you should have a written resolution. And on this, since this is a major issue, I think that you owe it to the community to have a written resolution that the community can look at and come up with possible things that you have missed.
Jerry.
I'm not going to offer what Senator Hollingsworth has to say, but I am going to offer something else. Your agenda item is actually out of order. I don't mean in numbers. I mean, none of you were on the prevailing side of the previous vote. A motion to reconsider can only be offered or set by someone that was on the prevailing side before. In other words, you can't reconsider it. There are other things you can do, but you cannot legally reconsider it.
That's right.
No, she wasn't on the prevailing side. She was the one vote versus the seven.
Not if we have no information.
No, you do not have anyone on your board that was on the prevailing side when the vote was taken. There are other things you can do, but you can't reconsider it.
Yes, we can.
Correct.
No,
What section number are you?
no, that's Robert's Rules of
he asked-
Order, which governs
We
all
can't do
bodies,
this question.
which
He
govern those
asked
things.
what section in Board of Brown Act or policy I want.
No, that's Robert's Rules of Order, which govern meetings and the legislature and anything else that doesn't have an automatic, you can help me with the wording here, but anything that isn't automatically pointed out falls back to Robert's Rules of Order.
No.
For
it's the way
policy I-1.
Her policy I Barbara does.
What does he mean, the prevailing side?
The winning,
It's the winning side.
there were 7 people. Basically what it's saying is that there were 7 people that voted in favor of whatever it is, whatever the issue is. And what would have to happen is one of those people would want to change their mind. Okay? That's what reconsideration is. You can post, you can put for next month's agenda that you would like to rescind the vote, but you cannot reconsider the vote on that.
That's correct.
I'd still like to find out what Senator Cheney's office, how they feel about this.
Then call Senator James.
Senator Cheney's representative is right at the back of this room. It's a public meeting.
Well, are you willing to speak in any way, shape, or form? Or would you like to
Sorry,
run it like
gentlemen, but I do want to know.
No, actually, the senator at this point is still waiting for the EIR or EIS to come out so we can actually review the entire project to be able to make comments. We do plan on commenting on it once it's out, but until there's any kind of proposal that's actually out, you know, it's difficult for us to make a determination. So right now we're actually just waiting for something in writing that says that the project is supposed to do A, B, C, and D, so we can make a comment on it. Right now, you know, the fact is it's a county issue. Go before the county board. The senator, like I said, will be making comments on the EIR, but until we have something in writing that states what the project does, what the impacts on the community will be, it's difficult for us to say exactly where we're at. You know, it's not that we're copying out, we'd like make a decision based on the facts that are there.
Based on facts.
Thank you. Thank you.
Victor had his hand up. Did you want to speak or do you want to back out?
No, the thing is that we're going round and round. We started with that conversation and we're going around the same conversation. If they don't represent us, they have nothing to do with us. Why are we asking for their
He
opinion?
represents.
He does represent us.
He does represent.
I'm with Senator Cheney's office, which represents Community Truro, Canfield.
Good, we're gonna talk about that.
I have business cards as well.
I haven't seen you on my ranch or nothing. No shake hands on nothing.
I've been out here.
In jeans.
I've even been out here. Madam Chair, I would like to also tell the group, the audience, that I do have business cards, so if people would like to contact me, I have cards available for the board as well as any community members.
Phil,
Well,
Thank you,
you know,
Jonathan.
just like, okay, I voted for you, everybody knows that. We voted with stipulations, but if we wait until the EIR comes out, then if it's not what we want, then hey, I'm sorry, I voted for it. But you're going against it now without the EIR coming out, what it do to the community, just like he was saying, to me, you're butting your head. We voted for it, but with stipulations. We didn't say, okay, just go free-handed. We got 10, 12, whatever, and we asked for input of the audience. We took their recommendations, we wrote it down. So I think, personally, should wait till the EIR come out, then we got ammunition, pro or con.
Don,
The fire kind of changed all that, didn't it?
I'm sorry,
I
what?
said the fire kind of changed all that, didn't it?
No.
The land stayed.
Yeah, the land stayed, but
No,
a
no,
lot of other stuff didn't.
Gordon,
Once the EIR comes out, now you've got something that you can discuss and vote on. It was the intent of the previous board to review the EIR anyway. That is a normal procedure. And you're holding your rights to vote against it once the EIR comes out if there's things in there that are not right. But you have to point these things out. And I like to point out that there's no place on the application to the County of Board of San Diego for a project to be popular in the community. It just is not a factor. It's based on facts. The applicant has their rights to a fair hearing, and you have to allow those rights, or you're wasting your time. You become irrelevant if you don't participate in the proper manner with the County of San Diego.
For law and order.
Yeah, one other comment. Okay, sorry.
he had his hand up first.
Raymond Lott, Citizens Oversight. I believe that if these guys felt that they shouldn't have voted yes on it and they should have waited for the EIR, then maybe they shouldn't have voted on it at all. The fact is that they put it forward. Excuse me, sir. The fact is that they put it on the table and they voted yes on something prior to even seeing the environmental impact report. And so you may want to rescind it, which I believe you can do with a majority vote. Now,
Point of order,
yeah.
Ken.
Excuse me, I'd like to finish my statement if that's okay, sir.
No, you made a point of order.
No,
You
a
just
point of
stopped.
order doesn't interrupt my talk, excuse me. And I just have a suggestion that you, in order to expedite the meeting, that you get a motion on the floor, then you can let the public discuss it. But until there's a motion on the floor, we don't know what you're talking about.
Make a motion.
You don't have a resolution, Jan, point of order. Your bylaws state that you have to have a resolution. You do not have a resolution.
Point of order, Jan.
I still have the floor. I've heard this vote be distorted. What our previous board did, I've seen it distorted and misconstrued, and I'm sick of hearing Mr. Lutz, distorting what the previous board did. Get your resolution and do it right. Get the community input on your resolution.
Point of order that ends this.
Oh, no, it doesn't end everything.
Damn.
Yeah. Excuse me?
Darn.
It just ends with a talk, and then it goes back to you to make a decision on that.
I need a motion from somebody.
Point of order, Jan, please.
Well, define point of order. You know
Okay,
I'm learning this.
Pardon?
You know I'm in the
Can I,
process of
do
learning.
you really want me to define point of order
Yes,
to you?
please.
Okay, when a member thinks the rules of the assembly are being violated, he can make a point of order or raise a question of order as it's sometimes expressed, thereby calling upon the chair or ruling and enforcement of the regular rules. Standard descriptive characters. Do you want me to read that also?
It goes for 5 pages.
Figure that out.
Okay, thank you.
You don't want to.
And it comes straight out of Robert's Rules of Order.
Okay. Thank you very much. Dawn?
It seems like it's not something you use lightly though.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
mean, that's.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
I did not hear what you said.
I said, it seems like it's not something that you use lightly though.
No.
A point of order, you don't, I mean, obviously you're going against the rules, so.
Thank you. Give me it.
You know, it's not-
I mean, regarding Mr. Last statement, that the previous board acted without the EIR, we did not act without the EIR. What we asked is to give us more information on what the EIR had given us. So his statement is a lie. Among with a lot of things that he stated. They gave us the EIR and they told us, what else do you want? And we asked for more information. So therefore, Mr. Lutz,
But in the meantime, you guys approved it?
we approved for more information.
Robin?
Oh,
Excuse me. Let Robin finish. Robin!
I thought Ed was talking.
No, I didn't see Ed's hand up.
I called point of order and you just changed the subject and wanted something read out of the Robert's Rules of Order here, which is not right either.
I'm learning. Okay. So, excuse me for not knowing, but what do I do from here? We have a resolution that we will draw up next month, so I'm assuming that means we table this until February. Excuse me, Barbara.
If you just table it till next month, put on the agenda next month would be to rescind the
Correct.
vote. Can you go ahead and, do you want to start discussing tonight, or because it's late, just?
Can't publicly notify.
It's late.
Just
yeah, so it has nothing to do with the time.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The process, the way this works is that the reconsideration of the black border vote on the county form 534. The process or the procedure directly related to the vote is on the form. You cannot take action because unless you have a public notice for the planning group to reconsider the project in its entirety. And if that's the case, then you have to have, again, you have to have the people come out and talk, just like they did at the very first time back in December of '06. Or October, whenever it was. Okay?
Brian.
I'll have to discuss calendars with you at a later date, but I'd be happy to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Robert.
At the December meeting, where the planning group voted to approve the application from Blackwater. First of all, Blackwater's application wasn't even accepted by the county until later in December, after the vote. So the whole vote is a little shaky. Number two, I was at the meeting. We did not discuss in the audience hardly any of the conditions or whatever's on Form 534 about community character, whether it fits the community plan or any of that stuff. There was no public discussion. Their resolution was already written up and they voted on it.
I have a point of order. He cannot be discussing Blackwater unless Blackwater's been invited to be here and talk, and you can also have the groups that are against Blackwater also be here. All that's on the agenda for tonight is Form 534. And that's the only thing that can be discussed, and not anything with Blackwater. Any new information has to be noticed to the public, and it has not been noticed to the public.
He is discussing Form
No, he's not. He's
534,
he's discussing Blackwater.
Blackwater vote on County Form 534. So he has the right to make a statement concerning what happened in December. Please finish what you were saying.
Furthermore, before you come up with a resolution, shouldn't you talk with the public and get their concerns
Correct.
about some of the items that the county asked for on Form 534? How can you come up with a resolution before it's even discussed?
First of all, the lady,
Yes, Hillary.
thank you.
Okay, since you talked about the Form 534, that was your guys' approval. Okay, can you vote right now to rescind?
No.
No.
A vote was not listed on the agenda for
Just
this month.
You can only rescind with new information.
We have new information.
If
So,
we have no new information.
Brenda, I did not.
Okay, hey! Shut up! Excuse me. Okay, the night we voted, we had a letter from the county. Am I right? We had a letter in the county and it was on the agenda to talk about it. And we had roughly 20 people in the audience. We made a survey of the people in the audience. And I'm just guessing around 20. I'm just saying roughly 20. All but 2 was in favor of Blackwater.
No, that is not true.
Okay. Shut up!
True.
Shut up!
Do not take that tone with other people. Do not
Okay.
ask them to shut up. You
Okay.
bring it to my attention.
Okay,
and I will-
Jan, would you control
Will
it?
you please? Thank you. Do not. do
Okay,
that.
I apologize. I apologize.
Thank you.
I try to keep my cool, but there was people there, and it was on the agenda. We brought this all up before. It was on the agenda to vote for it, and just, they wanted our input, and we voted for it with stipulations. Yeah, we wanted this added to the EIR. We wanted this added on, and later on, we added more to it, what we did. If we took no recourse at all, we would have no input from the county. I mean, from the community to the county, excuse me.
Okay, thank you, and I think we could close this subject, and we could maybe trail this to.
Thank you, Carl.
Jan, I had my hand up before.
Mary.
We had a big meeting with a lot of people from the county at the meeting in October. And the second meeting was held, is the one we're talking about in December. The October meeting had lots of information. I know a lot of people weren't there. But that was a big meeting in October 2006. Wow, a long time ago. And that's when it was first presented. And those are actual factual dates.
All right. Brenda.
I promise, it'll be good.
Thank you.
I just want to make a suggestion to the board that since the new members of the board were not members of the board at the time the first vote was taken, nor members of the board when the second vote was taken, that maybe you re-invite Blackwater back and all the other constituencies, have them come in, redo the presentations, see if there's new information and how you want to make a vote.
I invite you back. We will work with our calendars. Of course, by the end of this meeting, I will no longer be chair, so this will have to come through Carl.
Carl, do you have my point of contact information?
Well, I have yes, I have an email.
Okay, awesome.
So we are going to trail, and thank you, Brenda, very much.
I want to apologize for my outburst. I apologize.
Thank you very much. I want to apologize to everyone for not really knowing how to do this and doing it to the best of my ability.
Is Carl gonna know how to do it by next month?
He knows more than I do about this. He has been on the board several times. Sir, yeah.
Let's make that be the microphone for next meeting.
I don't know. Does anyone have a mic we can have for Carl so we can hear this?
No, I think Carl can speak up loud enough when he wants to.
But it might be easier if we have a mic. Okay, we are trailing this, point of order. We are trailing this.
Oh, you learned a new word.
Yes, I like it too. It's my only chance to use it, okay? Yes, the next issue is general plan update. And all it is basically stating that the Department of Planning and Land Use have reported that a whole new management team, forgive me, has been assigned and new consultants hired. Completion date projected for fall of 2010. Meetings are being planned for local planning groups, and currently the meeting in Potrero will be
Either
where
March
they,
or
well, actually that's altered because I just heard from him today. Excuse me. And it is going to be March 13th. On our March 13th meeting, we are going to have, I believe his name was Eric, I don't remember his last name. So he will be on the agenda, bringing us up to date on the general plan 2020. The next issue is truck operation near Harris Ranch Road or on Harris Ranch